You know, every year Kanye West was in some type of controversy after the Grammys, and this year was no different. You know, people are again talking about some words that he said after the Grammys, and you know, if you guys checked out the Grammys, he basically did a mocking spiel of what he did in 2009 when he snatched the mic from Taylor Swift and said Beyonce deserved to win the award. And he you know did it this year when Beck won his award, but it basically was a joke. You know, he kind of halfway went on the stage and you know pretend like he was going to do the same thing he did to Taylor Swift, but then he walked back down stage. And you know, it was a joke because we all know that Kanye West tends to show his ass when he doesn't get his way. So you know, I mean, ha ha, you know, it was funny. And you know, people who know me personally, whether it's at work or whether it's in my personal life, know that I don't mess with the Grammys. I don't like the politics of the show. I think there's a lot of you know, racial agendas that go on within the Grammys. People who deserve Grammys don't win. Prime example, last year, Kendrick Lamar should have won, you know, Best Album of the Year. He got snubbed last year, big controversy. I see they gave him an award this year that was off camera, but we all know that was just to shut black folks up. You know, shut the critics and everybody else who had something to say about him being snubbed last year at the Grammys. Basically, just you know, just shut them up, say, hey, we gave him one, stop talking about it. But you know, the Grammys it's all about popularity. It's all about who topped the charts. And considering that they snubbed Kendrick last year, but then we had somebody like Iggy Azalea that was in one of the categories and she clearly did not deserve to be in the category. You know, it just goes to show you what really goes on at the Grammy. And it's all about marketing and politics and everything. And, you know, I pointed something out on Facebook the other day that a lot of this comes down to marketing. You know, it's in entertainment, people who are from the UK or from different countries are always held in high regards, and that's for marketing because they figure if they hold somebody from the UK or you know someone from out the country like Lupita, the chick that was in 12 Years a Slave, or you know Beck that or Sam Smith, the guy that swept the Grammys pretty much this year. When they hold those people in high regards, what it does is it caters to a different demographic, which is more money for them. You got new people watching the Grammys, you got new people supporting the Grammys because their artists are winning. So, you know, it's all about marketing when you look at this stuff. And that's why I say, you know, I don't really like the politics of the Grammys. But, you know, Kanye West was in some controversy again. You know, people were making a big deal of the joke he did when he basically was pretending if he was going to pull a Taylor Swift moment that he did in 2009. And I think, you know, people overreacted. Some people were popping a lot of shit and saying, oh, well, why was he doing that? Or why did he pretend he was doing that? And woo, 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 woo. And, you know, I think people need to just chill out. It wasn't that serious. But I'm going to go ahead and read you guys some of this article that I saw on the Huffington Post. And it has John Legend speaking about some things he thought about the incident that Kanye West did, or however people are taking it. It says John Legend is part of Team Kanye. Legend told Us Weekly that he thought West's near reincarnation of the rapper's infamous "I'ma let you finish" moment following Beck's Album of the Year win over Beyonce was funny. In quotes, I looked at it as just a funny thing that people were going to talk about. Legend, who was seated behind West at the Grammys, told the magazine, It didn't hurt anybody. Anybody who's upset just needs to relax. Legend's remarks only focused on what most first thought was just West poking fun at his previous interruption of Taylor Swift's 2009 VMA acceptance speech, not the comments he made to E afterwards. Now, this is what really sparked a lot of controversy with Kanye West. It says, in quotes, Beck needs to respect artistry, and he should have given his award to Beyonce, West told the network, before later adding, I'm not going to do nothing that will put my daughter at risk, but I am here to fight for creativity. That's the reason why I didn't say anything tonight. But you all know what I meant when when Ye walked on that stage, or Ye, however you want to say it. So, basically what he's saying is that, yeah, it was a joke, but he basically, when he was joking, he made a statement saying that Beck did not deserve to get that award. Beyonce did. And, I don't always agree with Kanye West. For an example, when he was on Sway, and, he basically was having a bitch fit because these white folks wouldn't let him into their fashion industry. And I think Kanye West is way too talented. I think he's too big of an artist, and he has way too many resources to get on the radio and beg people for acceptance into their world. And also I thought it was just highly disrespectful for him to go on that brother's show and have a bitch fit, and and just really just disrespect Sway on his show. I thought that was out of line, and I really got on Kanye West. A lot of y'all got mad at me for it, which, hey, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. I spoke my truth and how I saw it. But, I also know that Kanye is someone who stands for things too. I respect the man's passion, because he's very passionate. A lot of times he does things unaccordingly. A lot of times he does things out of pocket, but he is passionate. And I think he just was making a stance. Like, hey, yeah, Beck won, but he felt like Beyonce should have won that, as well as, Kendrick Lamar should have won a couple of years ago. There were times when India.Arie, she should have won. Common, and I can go on and on about the Oscars just basically disregarding the creativity and the artistry of black artists and putting white artists above them. And it seems like, that black artists can get snubbed all the time, disregarded, but when there's a white artist that comes out and basically mocks and takes on certain characteristics of black artistry and creativity, they're easily put in those positions that they did not deserve. Point example as Iggy. Now, I don't have no problem with Iggy Azalea. It is what it is. A lot of people criticize her on her voice and, her style and everything. And everybody has a right to their own opinion. But I do think it's a problem when, we let her whiteness help her, especially when she's taking it and borrowing certain attributes from black culture and from black hip-hop. I do think that's a problem when her whiteness helps her get to a spot in a category in the Grammys, which is considered to be, the highest acceptance and the highest award you can get for music creativity. I find it to be a problem when Iggy Azalea is just thrown in there, being someone who really hasn't made too much of an impact, but because she's white and because she's a white girl that can portray certain things that many black female rappers out here have been doing and probably doing better than her, she instantly gets that category, and she instantly gets nominated. So I do have a problem with that, and I do understand why Kanye West does speak up about certain things and does use that passion to provoke change. I think the brother needs to watch the way he does it a lot of times, because a lot of times he is out of pocket. But hey, I don't blame him for speaking up. I think we need more black men out here speaking up for things that are unjust out here, whether it's in the entertainment field, whether it's in politics, social issues, education. Those brothers out there and sisters out there that are teaching our children, any form of type of work source or work field, we have to have those blacks who are not, especially the black men, because I feel like we are the leaders in our community. We have to have those guys speak up, because they always want us to sit back, don't say nothing, just collect our check, shut up and go home. So, I think everybody needs to get off Kanye's nutsack for what he said. That was his opinion. I do somewhat agree with his opinion. But, at the end of the day, that's his opinion. What he did, with the whole walking on stage when Beck was accepting his award, it was a joke, but also he made a statement with it. And I just think everybody needs to fall the hell back. Don't criticize this man or, call him crazy and, just be disrespectful to this dude simply because he stated his opinion. Fall the hell back. But, that's my opinion on this whole Kanye West thing in the Grammys. I think people are overreacting about this, because it seems like every time, a black person speaks up about something that's unjust, something's wrong with you. We see it here on YouTube. You're a reverse racist, or you're speaking hate, or you just need to be quiet. You're too opinionated. And I think that's the problem. We don't speak up enough. We don't, if it's needed, criticize those within our community. We don't always stand up for each other when we're trying to make a statement, because people are afraid to, not collect that check, or afraid to lose their position, or just afraid to be a leader and stand up for what's right. But that's all I gotta say. You guys give me your feedback on this whole Kanye and the Grammy situation, and whether you think Kanye was out of line, whether you agree with him. Just give me your perspective on Kanye in general and the Grammys and how people are reacting to this situation. But I'm out. Peace.